25 showdown we have in store. It's the Penn State Nittany Lions and the Michigan Wolverines. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
When you talk about iconic stadiums in college football, the Big House has to be at the top of your list. One of the most unique stadiums, it is nestled down in the ground. It is loud, it is fun. Ann Arbor has one of the finest stadiums in college sports. Back to you guys.
Okay, Holly. The Nittany Lions headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. And off from the shotgun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
A lot of times with these RPOs, you see linebackers so slow, they don't want to mess up. Not on this one. Watch the defense attack downhill, go get the running back, get a tackle for a loss.
The Wolverines now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Running inside, it's Marshall. Into a mass of giant bodies, we'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Lined up in the gun on third down, Underwood. Quarterback floating away from pressure. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
Well, they try to throw for it there on third down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's punt the ball away. Let's trust our...
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. Might be calling a hot route.
Kill.
Underwood to throw for it on fourth. Fires to the right. He'll walk and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. Fourth down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
And the Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Kill. 674, take off. 674, down. Ready, move.
They'll run the option. He'll toss it. And that one will go in reverse. The defense all over that pitch on the option.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that rep.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Snagged in the middle, it's Marsh. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. On the snap, it's Marshall. They make the stop, but not before the change move, and the Wildcat formation pays off.
And the offense runs the football, and they get the first down. And you kind of get the feeling they've already gone for it on fourth down once. Like, they're going to do it again. And that just puts so much pressure on defense. Like, to play an extra snap over and over again is really, really difficult. This offense appears to be in an aggressive mode.
The Wolverines are moving quickly down the field. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Offense trying to go RPO, but how about the defense? Up front, their front seven, they had dudes winning, just being way more physical and able to get to that running back.
After losing a couple of yards, it's now 2nd and 12 as they try to keep this drive moving. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Well, man, I mean, you don't get more wide open than that, right? Big fella running down the field, nobody near him. Quarterback puts it on him. Just got to make the catch.
9th play of the drive coming up, but they'll have to convert 3rd and long to keep it going.
Ready? Black 18. Black 18. Hey, kill it, kill it.
Scanning the field, it's Underwood. Moves around to clear up the vision. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
Well, this team knew coming into tonight's game they had to get momentum early, playing at home. They want to get the crowd into it, so you get a beautiful drive here to start this thing. You would have liked to cap it off with a touchdown, but listen, you set yourself up for a field goal, did not go through the uprights. You've got the lead. Everything right now looking good.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Wants to throw on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Intercepted, the defense has set him up.
How do you not get excited and out of your seat when you see the big boys making the little boys play? Listen, I know you DBs can do all that running around stuff and catch the football. I can too. I just do it in a sexier, bigger body. Yes, please.
Wolverines offense heads out, ready to go on the attack. Play clock was getting close to 0, and they have to burn a timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Great place to start for this offense.
2-14 close. Here we go.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Marshall. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Got it behind the line. It's Marshall. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots and zones. You got to get him involved.
Bryce Underwood from the gun on third down. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys in a coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
And they'll send the field goal team back out for the second time tonight. And this will be a 41-yarder coming up from the right side. And the try is no good. It's still a 3-point game after the miss.
Oh, man, the dreaded doink when you knock it off the crossbar. Those are the ones where, man, just a couple inches to the other side, towards the middle, and that thing's in, but it still counts as a missed opportunity.
They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Back to throw, it's Beck. Fires to the wideout. It's caught. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. To the air on first down. Bringing the heat. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. That offensive line grabbing and holding on, and they'll back up and try it again. A costly holding penalty backs him up. It's 1st and 20. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Just a little off. Incomplete. He's already thrown one pick, and look, he might get it together, but it seems like he's a little fouled up in his mechanics. A lot of things coming off his back foot.
Yeah, and you want to get those feet set and in the ground. Once you start to drift, that ball, when you throw it, is going to drift. So he's just got to iron in, get those feet set, stay square every time he throws the football so he can be a little bit more accurate and stop making some of these bonehead throws.
To the air on second down. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit, forcing the incompletion?
Big noise in the big house for this huge third down play. Looking for a man. It's Beck. Throws to the wideout. Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
No chance for any kind of return there. They were all over him as soon as he caught the football. First play of this drive comes from the 27. Play fake, Underwood. Working that left side now. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Short completion on first down, and here they are with 2nd and 8. The inside handoff. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. Underwood. Looking to the big tight end. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Man, that is such great 3rd down defense. Seeing the football, breaking on the football, knowing where he's at, because he's probably going to get that 1st down, but nice timing. Sometimes guys get there just a little bit early, get the pass interference, but that was right on time to make the hit and dislodge that football.
He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Things haven't gone exactly the way they drew it up. Turnover, punt, and now they have it back. The run inside. It's Peoples. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise. Backing this defense on 3rd down. Looking downfield, it's Beck. He's got him. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the 1st down. What a nice job to get through your progressions and find your man open on the drag.
And you can't do that without good protection up front by the offensive line, giving you a little bit of time. And you're right, the QB had time, saw the matchups, finally saw that drag come open, completes the strike, gets the 1st down.
That's just a really nice job by the running back, making the first guy miss and going to get positive yards. This guy's got some wiggle, and you saw it on that play.
Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. In the red area, it's Hansen. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. The Nittany Lions come to the line in the hurry-up. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Stopped short of the 1st down marker, and now they might have to settle for the field goal and maybe tie the game going into the half.
Really nice job by the defense that time, getting a stop. They've been really good so far in this one, shutting this guy down, not letting him break out. You've got the lead. It's tight, though. And you know the opponent is going to keep trying to run it. So can you keep this up here in the second half on defense? That's the question.
He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. They were easily within field goal range there, but they don't feel like you can win this game 3 points at a time.
No, pass. I mean, you got to be aggressive. You got to get touchdowns, man. You've seen the emphasis. Defenses are willing to give up yards now to make you kick field goals. I like this offense being aggressive. Forget the 3s. We need 6s.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Defense in press coverage. He's got it on the move. Lowers those pads. And he'll run out of bounds just short of the goal line. Wanted to get it in, but couldn't quite get home.
And I know, having talked to the quarterback before the game on the field, he was telling me, if I can just get this guy the ball, good things can happen. I think you saw it right there. Nice route, nice catch, but really good job after the catch, too.
And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Penn State! Follow the blocking. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So here comes the Michigan offense. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays.
Tons of room in the middle. They've got him free for a big gainer down to the 43. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. First and 10.
And this defense is figuring out early in this football game, man. They've got to be dialed in because this passing attack, it's lethal because they get it to their speedsters, and after the catch, they're really good. You got to tighten up that coverage and get those guys on the ground when they catch the football.
This is why there's a lot of receivers that go alligator arms and they start tiptoeing over the middle of the field because you don't want to be living where these big physical linebackers are. This guy, though, completely fearless, crosses the defender's face. He makes the catch, gets absolutely laid out by the linebacker, but he holds on anyway.
They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. And the Wolverines in the hurry-up.
Nice job by this offense converting the third down. Listen, third and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. Third downs has been such a struggle for this offense.
Touchdown, Michigan! Haul that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score. That had touchdown written all over it from the moment he caught the ball. Big play, big run for the score.
Yeah, they had touchdown written all over it because nobody was covering it. It'd be a good idea to get a hand on him. Listen, I know you guys got some speed, and maybe you give him a cushion and give him some space, but that was a little aggressive on the space department there.
And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Running inside. It's Hansen. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. To the air. It's Beck. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary. You saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick because of the hit. Incomplete pass.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Looking deep. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. The definition of 4-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first down. Nothing to worry about, Reese.
The Nittany Lions kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. The run inside. It's Peoples. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Goodness gracious, if you blinked, you missed it. Horrible blocking up front. Defender gets in there so fast.
Did he line up in the backfield? Dumps it to the back. It's complete. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain.
It is so difficult to play man coverage nowadays with all the space and spread and speed on the field. One false step, and they make you pay just like they did right there.
Dropping back, it's Beck. Finds the tight end. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
They've already converted once on 4th down on this drive. They are unafraid to make everywhere 4-down territory. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch. Open space at the 25. Touchdown, Penn State. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. And the finisher coming on that 42-yard touchdown toss. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Throwing, Underwood. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Scoop and scored. Touchdown, Nittany Lions.
You practice these moments as a defense, but you never know when they're going to come to fruition. But how about it? The scoop, the ball's on the turf. They scoop it up. They take it to the house. The defense takes care of business and said, offense, we don't need you. We'll put points on the board.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. The scoop and score. What a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Here's Underwood to throw. Zings it complete to the right. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Michigan wants to stop the clock. They'll use a timeout. It's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Looking downfield, it's Underwood. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Underwood in the gun on third down. Moving out to the right. Throwing on the run. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
The Wolverines will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch is signaled and made, and they'll go to work from the 27-yard line. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Looking downfield on first down. Stepping to the right. He's going to run it. What a nice job by the defense stringing that out and forcing him out of bounds. He got nothing. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gents, the cream is rising to the top here 7 weeks in. Let's take a look at today's action. We begin with the Texas A&M Aggies taking on the Clemson Tigers. And it's Texas A&M in an absolute fist fight with a team that has been every bit their equal today. Both offenses putting up points. Feels like anything can happen in this second half. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Penn State's offense comes onto the field ready to start the drive. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with accuracy.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same.
Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. So you come out of the locker room for the second half, and right away, you throw a pick.
Bad news, too, because you go into the locker room and you sort of regroup, and you start thinking about how you're going to attack this defense, what adjustments you're going to make. You feel like you got a good plan running out of the locker room, and then to throw a pick right away, man, that is a gut punch.
This offense has it with really good field position. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Marshall.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. And the Wolverines racing to the line in the hurry-up. Looking for room. It's Marshall. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And on that play on the RPO, they had the look they wanted, but up front, they just could not get the job done. You see linemen losing their one-on-one battles. There was nowhere for that running back to go.
Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown! Knee Michigan! And they take it in for 6 more points. Now they'll try the 2-point conversion and try to crawl within 3. Back to pass, it's Underwood. Oh, they're after him! And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Nittany Lions will get things going as their offense heads out to the field. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. Shows him the stiff arm.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Nittany Lions with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Pulls and throws off the RPO. Oh, he's got some space. The 30. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Penn State! He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
I just love that about this team because right when it looks like the opponent has just a glimmer of hope, scoring a touchdown on the last drive, they just come right back out, David, and they put their foot down on the gas. They put their foot down on your throat. They stay aggressive and score a touchdown of their own.
It's just such an explosive offense, man. They can hurt you so fast. They're so dangerous. Defenses don't know what to do. You're right. Great answer. When you give up a touchdown, you go right back and get you one.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They haven't had a whole lot of production, nor much to show for it on the scoreboard so far. And if they're going to get back in this game, it needs to start right now. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there. That last connection just a hair short of the first down, but it opens an array of opportunities on second and short. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
He works his way across the 40-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 41.
You just got to get this guy going in the offense. You got to hand it off to him. You got to throw it to him, too, on all different types of downs. I love it on first down here. Just getting him the ball in the passing game, let him make something happen and set up second and short.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. They'll send the tight end in motion. Underwood. He's moving out of the pocket. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there, I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. He's going to fire to the left. He's got it way down the field. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pick pickup, and they are threatening.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they just...
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
And that was a big objective for this defense coming into the game. Talking to coaches, we want to keep him in the pocket. We don't want him to use his wheels. He's fast, he's elusive, can make big plays. Nice job by the defense keeping him in the pocket and getting the sack.
Here he goes breaking the pocket. Trying to make magic with his feet. He's knocked down short game, maybe a pickup of 3. That defense rallied to the ball in a hurry.
Well, this defense is not going to be patient with this quarterback. They know that they have to affect him and they have to dictate to him. So that time, they send the blitz. They're not even giving him an opportunity to sit back there and peruse the field. They flush him out. They're able to rally to him, get him down to the ground. I like the aggressive nature of the defense here.
He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. Going to the run, it's Marshall. He breaks a tackle. Defense comes up with a stop, but not before he moves the chains and takes it inside the 10 to the 8. How about this on 1st and goal? The give to the wide receiver. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal.
Well, when you get down here inside the red zone, you got to be able to run the football, and it's one thing to do it conventionally, but I like the idea of mixing it up and trying to go jet sweep.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Got his man on the right. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You got to be aggressive, and you got to make tackles.
They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. Snap to the back. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. It'll be 4th down.
Man, it has been a long drive offensively. I just feel like you got to pay this off and be aggressive. You're down close. Punch it in for a touchdown here, Pollock.
Yeah, and inside the 3-yard line, I think I might try to finish this off with a touchdown. I ate up a ton of clock, wore these guys out. Now they'd have to go the length of the field if I missed.
Kill.
Timeout taken here by the Nittany Lions. That'll be their first. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way.
Other schools around the country. Slippery Rock 30. IUP 27.
Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on 4th down. Bryce Underwood to throw for it on 4th. Looking to the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Final play of the quarter coming. RPO complete to open the drive. Makes the grab and room to run. And after that huge gain, he will have a chance to catch his breath, and he's going to need it. What a way to wrap up the 3rd quarter. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. they go back to work in the final period of this one. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Dropping back, it's Beck. This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. So getting the ball back on that interception at least gives us a chance to have a finish in this one. Stonewalled again. No gain on the... They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
Just way off target and missed him.
I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the 4th quarter. You're just trying to take a shot and see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
Rides it and reads it. Can't get him to the ground. He is stopped at the 47-yard line, and that's not nearly enough to move the chains. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. 4th down, Underwood. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
I think that play right there has been a big theme in this game. When it matters the most, on big-time down and distances, this defense has been able to step up and make the play when they need it most. That 4th down, great job in the back end in coverage, forcing the incompletion with a big lead now, creating a turnover on downs.
With an update on that, let's check in with Holly.
Guys, things are starting to get intense down here on the sideline. The turnovers have been the story of this game, and it all starts with this defense. After that last interception, they came to the sideline, and the guys keep saying, let's keep eating. This defense is fueling this team today and taking control of the game. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Running inside, it's Peoples. Might have a chance. Touchdown, Penn State. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him. They extend this lead and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. An impressive run from the back. Gets him 6 points, good drink of water, and maybe a little oxygen.
He definitely needs some oxygen after that long run, but it looks simple, right? Just hand the ball off, but when you can make big plays like this in the run game, man, does it make offense fun.
And no problem on the extra point as they push the lead to 19 here in the fourth. Looking for blockers. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. From the gun, the ground game. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Sends it back in motion. Throwing, Underwood. And that's going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
And it's going to be hard for this offense, man. They've struggled to pass the football down the field, to make these explosive plays, and now, huge deficit. Got to make them. Got to find a way to push the ball down the field to create some explosive plays if you want a chance to get back in this football game.
Throws for the tight end. Finds a man by himself. Across midfield, down to the 41-yard line is the huge play as this offense rolling.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Moving away from pressure. He'll try to do it himself. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
They got him, and down he goes, and what a huge sack that might have knocked him out of field goal range.
This quarterback has been under duress all game long. He's one of the best in the country, and he's used to having his way. He's the one who's used to dictating to opposing defenses, but that has not been the case in this game. Here we are late. He's still under pressure, taking a sack there.
Throws to the tight end. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. The run inside. It's Hansen. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Right back to him on the ground. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that was a big-time stop defensively. Being physical, creating a negative play on that last run. Now you're setting up 3rd down. This is the critical time. You've got to find a way to get off the field. You're trailing late in the game. Give it back to your offense to go see if they can score.
To throw, it's Beck. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped it.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Looking to the big tight end. It's complete. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
Good enough.
Hey, I got to be honest. I don't know if the defense was expecting that type of throw on fourth down. It looked like they were all huddled close to the line of scrimmage, looking for something in the quick game, but instead the quarterback takes a shot vertically down the field.
Makes the catch and he's free. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
He's marked down.
You got to love how they just continue to do what they do. It's the fourth quarter. You got a lead. There's no reason to get conservative. We're a passing offense. Great job on first down. Better job on second down. This offense continuing to stay in a rhythm.
They'll throw it from the red zone. Got his man. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
For the fourth time tonight, it's an interception.
And some guys just have a knack of finding the football, and he is one of them. Like, you can just tell when the ball's in the air, he's like, that is mine. His second big game-changing play in this football game.
They are stuck deep in their own territory and trying to get out, opening the drive from their own 3. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
And this is always the time in the game where coaches are absolutely watching. Like, which one of my guys mail it in and quit? And if you're the quarterback, man, you've been sacked a few times, you've turned the football over, like, continue to play.
Just steamrolling the defense. And he's brought down after a nice game. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running.
Man, I love this guy's toughness. All game long, he's been getting hit. He's been sacked multiple times, and here we are late in the game. He's still staring.
He's looking deep. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Trying to take it back. He's at the 40. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Back to throw, it's Beck. Quarterback moving. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score. One more play to pad the stats. Thought he saw some daylight, but this defense closed quickly. Maybe picked up one on the play. Guys, I think we all expected this game to be close. Couple of teams of this caliber, but boy, what a statement by the underdog in this one.
And there's going to be a big movement in the rankings after that performance. That team that got the win today, they are going to get moved ahead of their opponent. It's one thing to